Dr. Halbert here in the office at Parkrose Chiropractic on Northeast Sandy. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about stretching your legs. Now, keep in mind, I can't tell if this will be right for you without a proper physical and history, so if you have any concerns as to whether or not you're healthy enough to do what I'm going to show you, consult your doctor before trying it. Okay, so maybe you think you shouldn't need to stretch unless you're working out or going for a jog, or perhaps you already know that you probably should stretch, but you just feel you don't have time or simply don't want to. I'm going to try to convince you that yes, most likely you do actually want to, and it is worth your time. You just don't know it yet, or you've forgotten. If you're like most people, you probably sit at a desk or in a chair just about all day, whether it's before, during, or after work. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't sit at a chair. I'm just saying that it can really start to mess with your legs and back after a while. There are muscles that run from our spine down to our inner thighs called iliopsoas. These are very important for walking, running, and your ability to move around in general. When I stand, they are in a nice, neutral position. When my leg goes back, like when I'm walking, it stretches out. When I bend my leg forward, it shortens. Now imagine that I keep it in this shortened position all the time, all day, from sitting. Over time, the muscles will get shorter and shorter and become less and less able to move our leg back behind us. Why should you care? What's the problem with that? Well, it can cause low back pain. So most of us get up and at least walk to the car, kitchen, or bathroom, and maybe we even run now and then. If your legs can't properly go back because your muscles won't stretch far enough, there's only one way your body can work around that. The muscle pulls your spine more than it should, moving it closer to your inner thigh. This shortens the muscle a little bit so that we can actually have a little bit of slack to get our leg out behind us. Not only can this lead to slowly causing you to have a low back that's overly arched, it can lead to pain. Your spine is set up so that most of your weight is held up by the strong round bones called vertebrae. When you arch forward like that, most of your weight rests on the smaller joints in the back that connect your vertebrae together. They were made more to help link them together and guide the motion of your body rather than carry that much weight. So eventually this extra weight can cause problems leading to pain. I'm not saying that you'd walk around hunched over to avoid it, but you want to do things to be balanced and working properly. So what can you do about it? Well, as I'm sure you guessed, you can stretch. So stand up and go to your couch. That's usually the most comfortable location. If you might fall, you could also do this on the floor, or if you're spry enough, against a wall, or even standing on one leg like a ballerina. So, stand in front of your couch. Here's my couch, facing away like you're going to sit down on it. Then, bend one leg back and put your knee on the cushion. Then do just a little lunge until you feel a stretch in your inner thigh. Hold it there for about a minute, relax, and then do it again for another minute. Do this twice a day, once in the morning and once again before bed. Now, we've been working on shortening these muscles up for years, so really give this a try for at least a few months before you expect to see any significant change. Over time, as you stretch out the muscles, you may even find that you can make the stretch a little bit more intense. You can just move your knee farther and farther back on the cushion until it rests in the crack, and you can increase your lunge depth from there. You may feel improved motion in your legs and hips, and it may actually help reduce chronic low back pain. That being said, I don't know your individual condition, so if this causes or increases your pain other than a nice stretch in the inner thigh, you should definitely consult your chiropractor or other physician before continuing. Alternatively, don't forget that we're going for balance here, so don't go too crazy with stretching all at once and don't overdo it. Don't try to fix years of muscle shortening in one day. Our bodies are supposed to be nice and movable, but they also need to be sturdy and held in place properly. So, as always, forward this to anyone you know who might benefit from it and check back in a week or two for more. Thank you.